with walking recovery up on the treads. Same thing over on the way forward, all right? So we'll see an endurance block, higher rep count, strength block. We'll go a little bit lower reps, higher weight, and then power at the end. Y'all excited? All right, any orthopedic restrictions, let me know during that warm-up. The smiles and high fives get you in. Let's go. Woo! Not all at once. Not all at once. What's up?
Oh my gosh, it's a party.
With the weighted vest and everything. I love it. Woo! What's up with Alright, y'all, what is up? Happy Wednesday. Thanks for spending some of your evening here with us this afternoon. We're going to go ahead and find our name up on that OT Connect highlight and press go. And once we're connected, we can press that green start button down by our waist to get that bell moving. 1 on our incline, 3 on that speed. We can go ahead and start our walking warm up. Rowers, you're going to go ahead and find your name on that OT Connect, highlight it and press go. Once you get connected, you're going to go ahead and make sure straps are across the widest part of your foot, grabbing your handle the widest point, thumbs down, tuck those thumbs under. We can start that rowing warm up in about 18 to 24 on those strokes per minute. All right, treads, it's about that time. We've been walking for at least a minute. We're going to take it to that base. If we are power walking today, between 1 and 3% on that incline, 3.5 to 4.5 miles an hour on that speed. Jogger is going 4.5 to 5.5 miles an hour at your 1% flat road, and runners 5.5 miles an hour or faster. We're taking it to base, treads in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it to base. Rowers, we're going to do base as well. Also looking for that challenging but doable feelings. We're going to start with that chest curl, belly button drawn in, driving back with the legs, lean with the core, finish with the pull of that handle to our sternum just below the chest, and then we return back in, reaching over that water tank. So we go 1 count back, 2 counts forward. Let's work it to that base. All right, treads, we're going to talk about your first block a little bit. It is 8 minutes long. We're getting our endurance block out of the way. Then we'll see strength, and then we'll see power. We're going to go 2-minute push, 1-minute base. All right, you're going to see that 2-minute push for 3 rounds with that 1 minute of base in between. We'll try and match or beat that push intensity every single time as we see it. After that 8-minute block, you get walking recovery, and then we'll work on those hills. All right, rowers, go ahead and give me 2 more big pulls, and you can rack that handle, sign out your rower, and meet me over on the weight floor. Your weight floor block, also going to be 8 minutes long. You're not saying goodbye to that rower for very long. All right, we're going to go right back to it here in just a second, and we're going for a 40-stroke base row. All right, so you're counting until you get to 40 strokes, and you'll rack those handles. You're done with the rower for block 1, all right? Just 40 strokes. After that, we're gonna head back to the weight floor, and we're going for 2 exercises. So work an active recovery, endurance style here. So we're trying to move through as many rounds as we can. We're gonna roll those shoulders back and down, weight in each hand for that tap squat. We're going 12 to 20 reps. So we're lightly tapping that bench, and then shooting right back up. Option, we can go body weight. Once we're done here, we're going to grab our band. You should have one at your station. It's going to go on our forearms. We're going to push tension out on that band. We're making that 90-degree angle. Then from here, we're pressing that band up overhead. Return right back down where you started. Option, if you need it, we can grab some dumbbells and go for that bent arm lateral raise. Sound good? All right, you're going to wait for people. Take that as a yes. Thank you. All right, y'all can head right on back down rower. We're going to count out 40 strokes. Wrap those handles. You're on the weight floor when you're done. All right, treads. How are we feeling up there? Ready for the endurance block? Woo, we're always ready for endurance, right? We start out with our 2-minute push with our 1 minute of base on the other side. If we're power walking, we're taking it 5% or greater on that incline. Runners and joggers, you're gonna see 1 to 2 over that base. Now remember, it goes 2-minute push. You have that 1 minute of base on the other side. You see the 2-minute push for 3 rounds. All right, we are taking it up for that push here, team, to start out your block in 3, 2, 1, a 2-minute push. Jacob finding that orange in the push. Let's go. Just loving those push intensities. Starting to see those heart rates pick up a little bit here in that first effort. Nice job. We are halfway right here. 1 minute down. 1 more minute left in that push. On finishing up that row, racking those handles after our 40 strokes. And finishing up, we're going to be on the weight floor for the rest of these 8 minutes. All right, this is your endurance block team. We got high rep count. All right, we're going to see how many rounds we can make it through. These 2 exercises, 12 to 20. That's a lot of task blocks, right? So adjust your weight selection around as needed. If you need to see that shoulder press again, just let me know. Always get a different option if you need it. Treads here inside 30 seconds left of the push. Treads here, taking it back to base in 3, 2, 1. We got a base here, team, for 1 minute. Finding that active recovery, settling in, staying relaxed. We're going to do the same thing coming up. A 2-minute push, followed by another 1 minute back at our base. If we're feeling good, we can add a little something to that push. Feeling it out, checking in with yourself. We're going to at least maintain if nothing else. In 10 seconds, we're taking off that next push. Power walkers, bring it back that 5% or greater. Runners and joggers, 1 to 2 over this base in 3, 2, 1, 2-minute push. Remember your goal. We're trying to at least match it. If you're feeling good today, let's see if we can beat it. Maybe having that 0.1% on that incline. There we go. Seeing a couple tap ups. Use those arms, power walkers. Just over that halfway point, treads. Jada holding it down in that orange zone again here in the push. Let's go, lighten up that TV. Water joining in. Go find that orange. Nice job. We have inside 30 seconds here, team. until we're taking it to base. Alright, shreds, we're taking it back to base in 3, 2, 1. We got base for 1 minute here, team. Nice job. That final active recovery of the block. Steady out those heart rates a little bit. Might not see too much of a change. If we tapped into that high orange, maybe a drop by a percentage. But we're at least going to level out, maybe get some breath back. Alright, we are finishing out the block with that final 2-minute push. You'll go into walking recovery on the other side, and that'll be it for your endurance work. Alright, so one more time, we'll see if we can match or beat that push intensity. No base on the other side. We get a full 90 seconds to walk and catch your breath. Alright, power walkers are back to 5% or greater. Runners and joggers, 1 to 2 over your base. We're picking it up for the last time in 3, 2, 1, a 2-minute push. Wait more, we're inside 2 minutes left here in the block yard. Killing it, we got a lot of constant movement going on here. Working on that higher rep count for our endurance. We can just switch mindsets up in block 2. We'll lift a little heavier. And we will be going back to that rower. I know you're worried about that. If you tap up onto the push down on these shreds, nice job, team. Those heart rates, even able to see some high green and orange over here on the floor. We know we're working hard with that endurance. Alright, shreds, you are halfway. We got 1 minute left in the block. Same for you, wait for 1 more minute. Alright, so we can probably get through at least 1 more exercise to wrap up what we're on. And then we are switching gears all around the room for some strength. Alright, so we got 30 more seconds here to hang on that push. Nice job, try to light that screen back up. We just want to tap it back up into that orange. Let's go. Hanging on to it. We got 15. Wait for it. Trying to wrap up those reps. Alright, feet on those belts. We're walking out in 3, 2, 1. And recover. Wait for it. You can go ahead and shut it down. And we're checking out block number 2. You are going to make your way back to that rower. This time it's only a 20-stroke push row. So we're increasing that intensity through our leg drive. Trying to get half the meters that we got in block 1 if possible. Notice that we're only going 22 strokes per minute. So we're slowing it down. This is our strength block. Only 7 minutes this time. Then we'll transition to our chest press. You got your rep range, 6 to 10. Lying back on that bench. Dumbbells are starting up over the chest from here. Got that 45-degree angle as we come down, full range of motion, and then press right back up where we started. Option, if we need it, we can grab those straps and do a chest press there instead. Then we're grabbing our band again, putting it in the same place that we did in block 1, right around those forearms. Pushing that tension out. This time our arms are going to be straight. We're going to hinge at the hips like we're doing a deadlift. From here, we're going to row that band somewhere around that belly button, full extension, and back up. That is 1 rep. We're going for 12 total. Cool. Cool. All right, y'all can go ahead and make your way on over to the rower. Questions, different options, just let me know. All right, shreds, here's what you got, a 7-minute block. We're going to be holding base the entire time. We're going to alternate between a minute uphill and a minute at flat road. Every time we go back to the hill, it's going to get progressively a little bit steeper. So your goal is trying to maintain that base speed the entire time. So runners and joggers, you are starting at 3% on the incline. Power walkers, we're going to 5% or greater. Everyone's in their base, and we are taking off in 3, 2, 1. A 1 minute uphill base. Flat road on the other side. All right, rowers, we're looking at our bottom left number. Remember, we're trying to keep it around 22 perfect on strokes per minute. All right, so that means 1 count back, 3 counts forward to make sure that number is exactly where we want it to be. So feeling that difference on the rower in that first block. We're just cruising in base. Now we're intentionally slowing things down. We'll just take a straight drive. Nice. And that slow return back in. Hey guys, we got 10 more seconds here, and we are going flat road base. So we are trying to hang on to that same speed. We're just taking off the incline in 3, 2, 1. 1 minute flat road base. All right, adjust, settle back in. On the other side, we'll climb our next hill. It's going to be 1% steeper than what we just saw. Okay, this is in that heavyweight rack. Let's go. Crushed it with the 35. Nice job. All right, now let's hit 6 reps right here. You got it. All right, treads in 15 seconds. We're picking it back up for that next hill. Just a little bit steeper this time. So runners and joggers, we're going to 4%. Power walkers 6 or greater. In 3, 2, 1. Incline is coming right back up. Still trying to maintain that base. We may be in our big speed, but inclines are going to make it feel a little bit more like a push. We're going flat road in 3, 2, 1. Taking off that incline, adjusting back to our flat road base. Nice job. Alright, giving our heart rate a second to settle. Alright, we might not lose too much on that percentage. Might just be a little bit of breath back, right? Legs are shaking out a little bit as we loosen incline. But guess what? We're going to do it again. And we're going to do it another 1% steeper. Feeling it. Halfway through the block of your wakeboard. Just a little over 3 minutes left to work. Remember, we got that rep range. If you're feeling good, upping that weight selection, we can do as few as 6 reps. Let's go. All right, treads in 15 seconds. We're adding another extra 1% to that incline. So if we're running, that's 5%. Power walkers, you're going 7 or greater. Picking it up in 3, 2, 1. We're climbing for 1 minute. going back to that flat road. Eyes up, using those arms. Flat road in 3, 2, 1. We are here for a 1 minute shred. That active recovery, shaking out the hands, get the shoulders away from the ears, and tend to stretch up a lot while we're taking on those inclines. All right, we're gonna go uphill one more time. All right, for 60 seconds. It's our steepest incline of the block, but that's also our last effort of the block. So we have walking recovery on the other side for a full 90 seconds. It's coming at you in about 30. Wait for it. That means you got about 90 seconds left here to finish up whatever round you're on. You can probably get through at least one more before I call time. All we have left after this is power. Everybody's favorite. All right, Shreds, you got 15, and we're climbing this last hill. Anybody just love hills yet? Okay, taker. All right, runners and joggers, 6%. Power walkers, 8 or greater in 3, 2, 1. 1 minute uphill. Let's go. How close can we maintain that base? All right, incline is the priority. You can make a small speed adjustment if you need to. Alright, so we got 30 seconds all around the room until we are closing down block 2 out of 3. We are almost there. Those 35 back out again. There we go. Inside 10 seconds. Take it all the way through Shreds. Walking it out in 3, 2, 1. Walk and recover. Wait for it. You can go ahead and shut it down. We're going to check out our third and a final block of the day. You are making your way back to that rower for the last time. So we can wipe it down. I'll bring it all the way. 10 strokes. This time it's an all out, all right? You got a distance goal here, somewhere between 80 and 120 meters, all right? 28 strokes per minute or greater, so it's not like that strength row we just did, right? This is a Griffin ribbon. We're going fast. Once y'all are done those 10 strokes, you're back on the weight floor until I call time. We're going for that alternating single arm snatch. One leg starting on the floor, feet are set about shoulder width apart. We're squatting down, grabbing that dumbbell, keeping it close to our body, and then punching those knuckles up towards the ceiling. It's going to stay nice and close to our body as we come back down and then switch sides, all right? If we need to, can't go overhead option. We can make it that clean, still power, still working one side at a time. We'll finish with our crunch hold and scissors. Bands going back in that same spot is where we love to put it. Tension pushes out, feet are going to pass each other. Notice my shoulder blades are up off the ground. Option, just ditch that band and keep the shoulders back. Only 5 minutes this time, cool? Last 30 seconds for the finisher. Awesome. Y'all can go ahead and row. Wipe it when you're done. I can bring it all light if you don't already have one. All right, Shreds. Power is all that you have left. It's a 5-minute block. We have 4 30-second all outs with 1 minute of walking recovery in between. All right, so we can set the tone here in this first one, maintain, or take that challenge to add every single time. Either way, that last one is going to be our best one. Y'all ready? Ready or not, we're going. All right, power walkers, you're taking it 10% or greater. Runners and joggers, 2 or more over your base. We're going all out in 3, 2, 1. 30-second all out. Feet on those belts, walk it out in 3, 2, 1. Walk and recover. Rowers, how we do? Somewhere between 80 and 120 meters. Nice, probably a lot more for both of us. Good job. All right, just back over here on the weight floor. Feel like all time. All right, treads, we got that full minute of walking recovery. Heart rates are already starting to come back down. Nice job. Big breaths, less than 3 on that speed if you need it. We have set the tone here in the first one. Now we can try and match or beat it in this all out coming up. We got a little less than 30 seconds until takeoff. Nice, wait for it. All right, treads, we're taking off in 10 seconds. Power walkers, you're going back up to 10% or greater. Runners and joggers, 2 or more over that base. Can we match or beat it? In 3, 2, 1, 30. Second all out. Final 10. Walking out in 3, 2, 1. Walk and recover treads. 2 down, 2 to go. Good on. Alright, treads, so about 30 more seconds left here in our walking recovery. We got 2 more all outs left. Who's adding on this next one? Just curious. Okay. All of us, I'll take it. I got 20 more seconds, big deep breaths. Settling those heart rates, letting that recovery. Everyone back down in that green. We're taking off in 10. Power walkers, you're going back all the way up to that 10% or greater. Runners and joggers, 2 or more over base. Can we match or beat it? We're taking off in 3, 2, 1, 30. Second all out. Final 10. Walking out in 3, 2, 1. Walk and recover. Try to got 1 minute until you're the finisher. We're switching up the room after this. It's that last 30-second all out. Wait for it. You also have a finisher coming up. So when the treads take off with their all out, you guys are going for the alternating single arm snatch. Alright? So you have some time to get set up. You're going to find a weight selection that allows you to work for the full 30 seconds without having to stop. We're going to take off in 30 seconds. Alright? So take a second, breathe, get your weights ready. When they go, you're going with them. Alright, treads. Who's making this last one their best one? Every hand should be up. That's what I'm talking about. All right, wait for it. Let's get ready. Power walkers. We're taking it 10% or greater. Runners and joggers, 2 or more over base. Let's light it up. Wait for it. Go in with them. In 3, 2, 1. 30. Second all out.
Yeah, that way. I don't keep like fuck way. I just now got started. Got views up in on popping. My diamond gone retarded. Young girl deck is a I just wanna roll.
If you got it, tap it, treads. Final 15. Feet on those belts. Walk it out in 3, 2, 1. Walk and recover. Wait for it. Go ahead and shut it down. We are halfway. Ooh. Contain your excitement. All right, wait for it. We should already have a wipe from that rower. Treads right now, just walk it low and slow. 3 or less on that speed, 1 on that incline. I'm going to come behind you guys with a wipe. So eyes forward, hands behind you, double tapping that red stop button. We are going to make our way over to your same number station on the weight floor. Nice job. Who made that last one their best one? Everybody? Nice. Good job, y'all. All right. Weight floor. You're going to come up and find your same number tread. Oh, I got joy. You're welcome. You're gonna get up here and find your base. So for power walking today, that's between 1 and 3% on your incline, 3.5 to 4.5 miles an hour on your speed. Joggers going 4.5 to 5.5 miles an hour, you're 1%, and runners going 5.5 miles an hour or faster. So y'all can get up there, get to your base, and I'll be back with you in a second. Your first block is endurance for 8 minutes. We'll go push and base.
Right here. Tread one now. Yep.
All right, wait for. How are we feeling after that tread block? Woo! Thank you. That was the acceptable answer. I always need my one whoop whoop per class. All right, we're gonna go ahead and check out block number 1. All right, you have 8 minutes on the clock. You're gonna head over to your rower for the first thing. This is the longest time we're gonna row today. So 40 stroke base row. You're gonna check and remember your distance. All right, we'll use that number for block 2. So you have to count your strokes, all right? So every time you pull is 1 up until you get to 40, then you're done with the rower for the block. We're on the weight floor until I call time. You're going tap squat. This is your endurance block. So 12 to 20 is a lot of reps. We can adjust that weight selection as needed, but we're gonna hold 1 dumbbell in each hand, shoulders rolled back and down, feet on either side of the step. We're gonna squat down, just tap that bench, drive to the heels to stand back up. Option, we can go body weight instead. Then we're gonna grab our band. I would recommend green, all right? Putting it around your forearms. Pushing tension out to get that 90-degree angle. Rib cage tucked down. We're pressing that band up and overhead, trying to keep that separation in the band the entire time. Yellow and then red's gonna be the hardest. Cool? You'll just do those 2 exercises until I call time once you're done on that rower. Y'all ready to row 40 strokes? All right, get on over there, hook in. Just make sure you remember your meters when you're done. All right, treads, we're going 8-minute endurance block. We're going 2-minute push, 1-minute base. You're gonna have that push 3 times. All right, you'll have walking recovery after those 8 minutes. We're gonna see if we can match or beat that push every time we bring it back. You know you have that 1 minute of base in between. For that very first push, we're gonna set the tone. If we're power walking, 5% or greater on that incline, runners and joggers 1 to 2 over base speed. Rowers, you're on the clock in 3, 2, 1, 2-minute push.